they will last the distance, as we are about to go 4 wide, folks. This is what we do here at the Motorplex. Folks, on your feet, lights on, as the cars go 4 wide here at the Motorplex for the first time in the 2022-2023 season. Put your hands together for these amazing drivers that are set to take part in our first feature of the season.
I got a fist full of whiskey, the bottle just bit me.
Good job, front straight, back straight. I reckon you can match that. On your feet, lights on, as the cars come past you. Give them everything you've got as they get set for this 30-lap feature. So yellow lights are out. Perth Motorplex, you ready to go sprint car racing? The first feature of what is a packed 2022-2023 season is ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Green lights are on. And a quick start from Kai's Group gets out the box first out. Leading out from Ryan Lancaster, AJ Nash makes a quick start as well. Coming infield to escape a bit of action at the back there was, I think, Jack Williamson. Meanwhile, out in front, Kai's Group is absolutely bolted. Lancaster having some problems out the front. He's dropping back a fair way. He's all the way back to 4th, now 5th. Kendrick,
he's gone as we've done 3. 12.984 by the leader. 12.984. Wheels stand here for Coil in the main straight.
Happen often. 12.673 is the fastest in a race by Daniel Harding. So Kai's Group is putting in some monster times at the moment. Now, big crash. Huge crash. And that is the 24 of Jack Williamson.
There's 2 cars here. There's one here and there's one halfway down.
Further away,
yep.
No. He is getting out. So Todd Davis is out of his car, ladies and gentlemen.
How about putting your hands together for Todd Davis, everybody? Good to see him on his feet.
What happened there in turn 1?
Look, Jack and I, we just had a bit of crisscross there, and I think I must have caught a wheel, and that was all she wrote. I got a glimpse of young Jack having a tumble as well, so I think his was bigger than mine, but yeah, still a fair old ride.
We have a replay that we're going to be able to now.
Since his head on.
Straight, there's contact between the two of them. Forcing that.
And and the reaction time from contact there to tumbling over, that's 2 and a bit times and up into the fence, and then it just comes to a hard stop upside down. And from our vantage point, it looks like he's still in the car at the moment.
Jack is still in the car for the moment. He's just climbing out now. Perth Motorplex, put your hands together for Jack Williamson.
Now a nose to tail. Green lights are on with 26 to go. Kendrick comes up on the inside of Mitch Wormel and puts a fair bit of pressure on him at the restart. Meanwhile, right round the outside is David Priolo. And Kendrick got a little close there to Wormel, and that allowed Priolo to sneak on in, and he manages to get into 4th spot. Brilliant work from him. Meanwhile, out in front, Kai's Group still got a bit of a gap on AJ Nash right now.
And he has just gone around the outside of him here in the main straight. Back in 2nd place, it is that of car number 8 of David Priolo, but he's not even in the same straight. He's getting nearly to the point of being half a lap behind. It is Scroop in a league
spot from him, and Kendrick might be pretty keen on a pass as well. He does exactly that. David Priolo had so many issues in main races last year, and it might be coming back to haunt him once more. He is really struggling to keep control of that car at turns 3 and 4. Out in front, though, it is Kai's Group, who is a mile in front. We've said that for a while, but it's true. He's out by about 6 seconds.
He's a long way in front. He's in heavy traffic. Here's the battle for second and third. Wormel, Kendrick, and look out. Here comes a 25.
Whoa.
Round the outside goes the 25 of Taylor Milling. They've blown straight past Wormel, and now Milling is right on the back of the 11 car of Kendrick. The yellow lights have come on. We've got a car that's spun over there in turn number 2, and it belongs to car number Priolo it is, who's spun out.
We're almost at half race distance, and Kai Scroop, can he put the foot to the floor and get cranking again as Jason Kendrick runs around the outside of Mitch Wormel and takes up into second spot, and Taylor Milling's going to go around him as well. So out in front it is Scroop who leads from Kendrick and Milling. Wormel just not with any pace whatsoever. Trent Pigton's going to go around the outside of him, and Daniel Harding might go past him down the Triple M back straight as well. 16 down, 14 to go. Kai Scroop leads, and Priolo is infield.
Yes, Priolo has gone infield, and he'll take no further part. He's back in lap traffic, but Jason Kendrick is going to close him down, and we know we've seen it many times before. It is still Scroop from Kendrick and Milling.
Kendrick's starting to light things up with his time as well. Time's around the 13.2 that time around. It was a 13 zip last the lap before that. So Kai Scroop leads at the moment. Kendrick takes a little nudge out of his time. Taylor Milling in third spot, having a rip, and then Trent Pigton. Daniel Harding, Callum Williamson, and JD Dack back in seventh. James Inglis is eighth. Your race leader, though, is still Kai Scroop as they get to the back of lap traffic.
Yes, they've got 10 to go, and Jason Kendrick is a master at this, going through lap traffic. Scroop goes around the outside of George Eaton and around the outside of Wormel, who finds himself at the back. Well, Wormel and Eaton and Jason Kendrick, and Kendrick's struggling to get through, and this has allowed Scroop to get away. So Scroop leads down into Mobile 1. There's 8 to go, and he's got quite a handy buffer if it goes green.
Yeah, very much so. The gap right now has all of a sudden increased to 2 seconds now between Scroop and Kendrick. So down the back straight is our race leader Kai Scroop out of Mobile 1, turn 4.
As they come into the main straight, and the gap closes again as they go down into turn number 1. There's still a lap car between them, not anymore. There's 25-30 metres between first and second. It's Scroop from Kendrick. Back in third is Taylor Milling, who's starting to close with 4 to run.
4 laps to go. What an incredible finish we've got. Round 1 of the Maddington Toyota Sprintcar Series. Kendrick trying to get up on the inside there of Kai Scroop, but closes the door momentarily. Out of turns 3 and 4 and into the front straight with 3 to go. It's the 18 car, the Trevor Jolly Racing car of Kai Scroop. Milling is closing in third spot, but it might be too late. Kendrick gets a little closer. Maybe it won't be for Milling because he closes in on Kendrick. 2 to go. Scroop still leads.
A grandstand finish coming up to the opening heat, the opening night of the Maddington Toyota Sprint Car Series. Scroop still in front, Kendrick in second place, and Milling's coming home like a steam train. There's 1 lap to go. Down into turn number 1 they go. It's Scroop from Kendrick, and back in third place at 25 of Taylor Milling. I think Scroop has done enough. Come on, Perth, as he comes out of turn number 4. Kai Scroop wins the feature race. Scroop beats Kendrick and Milling. Back in fourth place, it's going to be that of Trent Pigton. Scroop defeats Jason Kendrick, who tried and tried. And Taylor Milling came from the clouds in the concluding stages, couldn't quite get there. It is Scroop, Kendrick, Milling. Daniel Harding finished 4th, just ahead of Trent Pigton. And Callum Williamson made his way up into 6th place. Well, what a race that turned out to be.
Kai Scroop mentioned earlier on, this is Trevor Jolly's car. It would be nice to get in here a bit.
Yeah.
I think he was going to take ownership 10, 15 laps before we had our second restart. The pace that he had, but then when we got back underway, he was still clocking around to the low 13s until we got to lap traffic. And then there was a time where it was about 2 seconds ahead, and then Kendrick was able to close it to 1, and then half a second you're thinking, this is the time for Kendrick to pounce. But Kai Scroop, just nerves of steel tonight, and that is one heck of a performance and one hell of a win. For Trevor Jolly Racing, Kai Scroop. Elated.
Elation, in a word. That's got to feel pretty good.
Man, it's the best feeling in the world other than giving birth to my kids, obviously, yeah. But, man, it's been a long time coming, eh? We've been trying our butts off. Hats off to all the guys. Hats off to Keith Giles. He's the only one that believed in me, and knew I could get the job done, and big thanks to him. He's brought me a long way. Callum for sticking by me, Jono, my wife, my kids, my mum and dad, everyone that's helped me get here. It's unreal.